welcome to Club My Shape Lipo. All right, talking about liposuction today. 360 lipo. Where you guys at? There we go. How's everyone going? Hope you're having a great day. It was an awesome day, sucking fat today. Alright, who we got here? How you guys doing? What's up, Laura? Alright. What's up, Chiquita? Chiquita. I like that. Good evening from Utah. What's up? Where are you guys from? I want to hear. Just, if you can just leave a comment. I want to see where you guys are coming from. I know, the coolest thing is it's really amazing how many people we've been able to attract to fly out to Las Vegas for their liposuction, and it's so cool. I mean, almost 70% of our patients flying from out of state. What's up, Laura, from Philadelphia, Arizona, nice, South Carolina, California, New Mexico, Tampa, New York, Seattle, Lubbock. I probably didn't pronounce that right. Texas, New Jersey. I know Ivory's in the house. That's Vegas represented. What's up, everyone? Germany? Awesome. I'm German. I'm sure you guys knew that. Schmidt. It's like a very German name. Connecticut, Kansas City. What's up, Roslyn? Vegas, South Carolina, Reno. I mean, you guys everywhere. Paris, Texas. Awesome. Amber says she's interested even if she doesn't win the contest. So that's good. Hey, we're gonna need a charger for this one, guys. It's at 10%. It's your phones. All right. Definitely want to fly out. The cool thing is, like, we're in Vegas. It's not like we're in, like, the middle of nowhere. I don't even want to say anything because you guys are probably from everywhere, so I don't want to offend anybody. But I mean, it's Vegas. It's like you can come out here, and the cool thing is like you can bring your significant other or a friend or someone to take care of you, and they actually want to come. Because it's Vegas. So that means there's so many cool things to do out here, and also it's not only that. After you get your procedure, it's not like you're bedridden, like you can't do anything. I have lots of people that come out here, patients, and they're able to go out. Modesto, all right. Big Harbor, Washington. What's up? I'm not even Payalupa. Is that like an Indian name from Washington? Oh man, this is so cool. This is awesome. I can't believe that all these people are from all over the country, and you guys are interested in getting liposuction out in Vegas. It's the coolest thing. It's like I pinch myself every day. I'm living the dream. I'm living my dreams. Tanya says, I gambled the same day of my 360 procedure. That's funny. What's up, Tanya? Tanya is awesome. She just recently had 360 lipo about a month or so ago. And look, Tanya's on right now on Facebook. Any of you who are interested in 360 lipo and you're like, I'm not sure about this guy. I don't know if he's for real. I don't know if this 360 lipo is going to be for real. If you're not sure, there are people, and Tanya's one of them, who have had 360 lipo recently, and you can talk to them. And she's already told me that she's more than happy to talk to anybody, answer any questions, and help you guys out. So if you want to message her. There she goes. She's leaving another comment now. She's gonna be sending in pictures. We don't have her before and after pictures. That's how soon it's, or how recent it's been that she's had her lipo. But phenomenal results. And One of the things, the topic that I put on the Facebook post today was that we're talking about how bigger girls are able to get that hourglass figure, and Tanya is a phenomenal example of what's possible, and I know that I know that when you've tried things in the past, or you've failed at your diet and exercise, or maybe you've tried like cool sculpt or whatever other bullshit, non-surgical procedures, hoping to get results, and you probably spent thousands of dollars on these treatments, and not to get any results. So obviously that's going to cause you to you know question and you know be unsure. And so that's why it's important that I'm coming live and I'm talking to you guys. I'm here to answer whatever questions that you might have, but also I think it's really important that we have our previous patients that are literally on these lives. But if they're not here, go to our Facebook page, go to our Instagram page. That's where our community is coming together, and the people are helping each other. And many of you probably follow Candy Lover. She's one of our most popular patients, and she's happy to answer questions. Kiss Me Florida, what's up? Kiss Me, I like that name. Does Cool Sculpt not work? Well, Melissa, you tell me. If you've had it, you tell me. Or if there's anyone out there who's actually gotten it, Cool Sculpt, you tell me, because I get a lot of patients that have tried Cool Sculpt and they tell me that it doesn't work. Now, to be fair, um, sometimes things work and sometimes things don't work on people. So it's possible, I believe anything's possible. So it's possible that for many people, Cool Sculpt works, and maybe those small minority of people that it doesn't work, they come to me. But, it is what it is, right? Some of us are here much, okay. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, specifically, I know that there's a lot of people that have been following me for a while that are coming back. I see some of my top fans. I got Rachel. It's so cool. Like a lot of you now are getting those badges for top fans. So I really appreciate each one of you for taking the efforts to support us. And so this contest, so a lot of people are going to be wondering, how do we enter the contest? There was a link on the Facebook page, but if you're on Instagram or on YouTube, you can DM us, or if you want to go to our website, there's now a link on the website where you can click on that and enter the contest. So it's pretty easy, but it's simply a link. So when you DM us, we're going to respond back with the link. Or so either go over to Facebook. It's easy. It's right in there. Let's see. I think yes. Okay. Cool. I'm going to pin Bethany's comment. Can I do that? Yes. Okay. So I just on Facebook. I just pinned Bethany's comment. If someone on Instagram, can I pin? Okay. So we're trying to get the link up on Instagram. Instagram's kind of weird about. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna. Well, you just have to copy and paste, right? Is it the link? So you're gonna put the link on? Can you put it on and then?
It's gonna be a message, and then they can DM us, and it's gonna be a link.
I know, but can you put the can you put the link? But it just won't link to it. You can just put the URL. Then you can copy and paste that and put it into your browser. So what we're gonna do is on Instagram, we're going to put the link up, but on Instagram it doesn't actually link it to the page, so you can't just click on it. So you have to copy and paste and put it into your browser. So we'll get that set up for you guys here in just a minute. Let's see, where are you guys? We are located in Las Vegas, where dreams happen. Okay. Someone says, I just entered, but honestly, I don't think O did it right. I don't know what that means. Hey, Audra. So here's a cool story, really cool story. Audra put that hashtag booty pop, or Dr. Booty Pop. So today, I actually had the person who started that hashtag, Heather, I think it's Heather Anderson. She started that hashtag, the Dr. Booty Pop, because of her results. She was a larger individual who got amazing results and got that booty pop. And let's see. Okay, someone else. How do I? Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't even know if that was you. Someone else put.
That was grounded.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So, where was I?
Booty pop.
Booty pop. Booty pop. Okay. So, she came in today and she's repeat customer now. She's getting more treated, and she saw how Angelica got her arms and her, back bra roll treated and her upper back, and so that's what she wanted. And the procedure went amazing. We got out unbelievable amount of fat, as I always do, and she was like about to cry afterwards because now she's gonna come up with a new hashtag, and I'm not sure exactly. She was saying the booby pop, because what happens, so she was a larger individual, and so when you're larger, you get this fat under the underarm, and your breast kind of rolls right into that underarm. So I'm sure if you have this, you know what I'm talking about. When the breast rolls into that underarm, and you get that fullness. You got so much fullness fat under the arms, you can't put your arms out, so you look like you're walking with your arms out to the side. So guys get this all the time too. So it's not just the women. But when we take the fat from the side there, it literally shapes that side, that's the breasts, and it allows for now the breasts are now round as opposed to rolling into the armpit and going back where they shouldn't go. So now with this young lady today, she now has her breasts popping out. So she's 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 on Instagram. What's up? Sid Angel. I don't see her. Oh. Yeah, Instagram is so deceptive. I can't really tell who's who, I'm like, people, you can't use your real name. There's, pictures. Like, if I see you in person and you're like, yeah, I'm so-and-so. I'm like, what? Like, how these names don't correlate. Okay, is there a set price for full body lipo? No, there's no set price. Maribel, you were 600 pounds? Wow. So just so you guys know, so I'm hoping, with my post on Facebook that we are going to attract some larger individuals here. And I just want those larger individuals to know that there is no BMI requirement. I don't even know how to calculate BMI, so don't even ask those questions. I don't care if you have fat. I don't care how big you are. You're like 1,000 pounds. That just means I have more fat to suck. And, I love sucking fat, and I love getting out big amounts of fat and making huge dramatic results. So the bigger you are, the more dramatic the results are. So, that's what I do. And there's no restrictions. And if you want your fat sucked out, then you're watching the right person. Let's see, Jerry Vargas. She asked where we are. We are not in Florida. We are in Las Vegas, the opposite side of the country. But there are flights from Florida all the time because I come to Florida. I like that place. I just not licensed there, unfortunately, so they won't let me do lipo. Okay. This one person says, I don't trust any doctor here, and that's why I'm definitely gonna fly out to Vegas. So look, here's the thing: is we specialize only in liposuction and fat transfer. So it's not like I'm not trying to be good at all these other things. I'm not trying to be good at nose jobs, boob jobs, or whatever else all these other plastic surgeons are doing, or any other doctors for that matter. They're doing too many things. And this is not. It's not like I'm like making this stuff up and specializing. It's like it's the way medicine is going. If you have a hand problem, you should go to a hand surgeon. If you have a knee problem, you go to a knee surgeon, a guy that specializes specifically in that problem. If you go to, if you have problems with your heart, you wouldn't go to your primary care doctor. No, you go to your cardiologist, right? He specializes in hearts. And so it's the same thing. If you want liposuction, you go to a specialist. That's it. Like, hands down, why would you go to your primary care for something that a specialist should be treating? Someone that sees the problem that you have all the time. I mean, and the funny thing is that plastic surgeons, just so you guys are aware, the National plastic surgery board. I think it's the AAPA or something like that, or I don't know, AAPS or whatever they call themselves. They spend like millions and millions of dollars every year to put out information to essentially brainwash people into thinking a certain thing. And they want people to believe that plastic surgeons are great, and you have to go see it. And it's literally, they say you must go see a certified plastic surgeon. It's like the same BS that they've been promoting for years now. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they've heard it so many times, it's like they believe it. But you got to realize that plastic surgeons don't specialize. All they're looking to do is do as much as they can, whatever that is. Make money. It's just a money game for this. So it's a shame. Now, clearly with any business, they need to make money. So it's not like, we're giving liposuction away for free, but we're generating money to pay for everything else, and keep this going. And if we have enough money to keep it going, then I'm going to keep helping as many people as possible. So, but specialization, that's the key to excellence. As a specialist, I focus on getting better specifically at my specialty. I do liposuction, and now I would love to only do 360 lipo because I freaking love it. It's awesome, and it's like the results are just amazing. So if you guys want to get an hourglass, it doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter, what your issues are. If you have scars, if you have whatever your problems are, wherever you have your fat, if whatever you got rolls, you got whatever your issue is, I can help. If you want to get that hourglass figure. Now, bigger individuals, I know that you may believe that it's not possible, and you may have given up, and figured, I'm not going to be able to get the results that I want, so why bother? And you're the one that I want to help, because I'm going to make you really, really happy, and it's going to make a huge dramatic change in your life. And it's not just the hourglass figure, because I know that you're attracted to the hourglass figure. That's why I keep talking about it. But larger individuals, and if I had some of my previous patients on here, I know Tanya, if you guys can hear what they say about the difference that it made in their life, and it's the little things. It's like once you get that fat out of there, first of all, when you have all the fat in the front here, it pulls down, so it's pulling you forward. And this is similar to like if you have large breasts, it pulls you forward. So as you know, when it pulls you forward, it puts stress on your back. And now what does that do? It leads to back pain. You get stenosis. You get shooting pains down your leg because it's affecting the nerves. There's all kinds of issues. And what does that do? It means that you are less active. And when you're less active, you probably end up gaining more weight, and the problem gets worse. So, getting rid of that fat will change your life. And simple stuff like leaning forward to tie your shoes, or cleaning. Like if your belly hangs over your pubic area and you can't see your genitals, like that's not good, because if you're not taking care of yourself properly, then you can start to have other issues in your life. I know a lot of individuals that have that pannus, that fold in the front. They tell me that it's like it never really gets dry underneath there, so it's moist, it's warm, which is a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. And it sounds gross, but someone's got to say this stuff. Someone's got to talk about this, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are suffering from this issue, where it gets irritated, you get rashes, you get fungal growth, you get candida growth. It's not good, and like I've seen some weird stuff. I've seen some stuff that I don't really like to talk about, but I know that what I do changes the lives of these individuals, and I know this because they tell me all the time, and we have lots of them. It's not just one. It wasn't like I just came across and said, "Oh, wait, great, we got one person," and now we're talking about it. It's almost every patient that we have. So all of you on Facebook, I want to make sure that you're helping us out with this contest, and hit the share button, please. So now with this contest, I'm going to go back to this really quick. This is a 360 lipo contest. 5 individuals will win this contest. 5 individuals. And the contest is we're going to be giving away gift cards good for 50% off 360 liposuction. So the value could be five, six, $7,000 just depending on how large you are. Larger individuals, obviously, it's more work, so it's priced differently. But whatever it is, we'll lot 50% off. I'm looking for huge, dramatic results. So I want to help people. I want to make a difference, and I want more importantly, I want to prove to these larger individuals that it is possible to change your life. It is possible to get what you want, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Um, so everyone does. Everyone deserves to feel good about themselves. And if you've neglected yourself, or people made fun of you, it's difficult for you to buy clothes because you don't fit into normal stuff. This plays on your psyche, and so a lot of times people just give up. And when you give up, you start to deteriorate and you gain more weight. But the weight itself then causes other problems, and then it's like a snowball effect. So we can help. So look, the next step in this contest is you need to take an active role. Now, once you've entered the contest and you click the link above or below or wherever the link is, on Instagram, you got to copy and paste that link that I pinned. On Facebook, we have the link in the post, as well as I pinned it here from Bethany. So the next step, once you've entered the contest, is the persons or the people who I will choose will be active on social media. They will be supporting us. And what does that mean? It means that they're sharing everything. They're commenting everything. They're liking everything. And so now, just so you guys understand, and it's like here's the reasons why. And so a lot of times, people don't like, they don't like doing things if they don't understand why. So I want you to understand why I'm asking people to do this. I'm asking because it's my mission to get the word about 360 lipo out to the public, because I know that there's so many people that just don't even realize, and partly because of all the plastic surgeons that are spreading misinformation. That if any of you have thought about going and getting liposuction, you go to a plastic surgeon, they tell you, nope, I'm sorry, you need a tummy tuck, you're too big, you need to lose weight, I can't help you, I'm sorry, you need to lose weight. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So stop listening to that. I'm telling you, it's just not true. So the 360 lipo contest is a way that we can get more exposure to this idea that people can realize that it is possible, and you don't have to get a tummy tuck. That you do not have to get a tummy tuck. There is no tummy tuck needed. And the skin does retract, the pannus does go away. I've been developing these techniques for years now, and I've mastered it. And I don't want to say 100%, but damn near 100% of the people that have that belly folding over, it goes away. And I'm talking even the very large people that are in the 300 to 350 range. It's amazing. And that's why I'm here talking about this stuff on a regular basis. I'm here answering questions. Let's see. There's an individual that asked about our layaway program. So first of all, we do have financing. There's a finance company. If you qualify, the credit, I think you need to be in the 600 to 650 range at minimum. But you can apply for credit. If you can get the credit, then you can get the procedure right now. If you can't qualify for that, there's still hope. We have the layaway program where you can basically make payments to us on a monthly basis, and when you're done paying off the procedure, you can go ahead and get it done. So whether that takes 6 months, a year, whatever the case, we'll help you, because I know that a lot of people have a hard time saving the money, and it's like you may be able to save it, then all of a sudden something comes up, and yeah, that money's gone. So you may not get your procedure. So we're going to help you out. Once you send the money to us, we'll hold it, and it's like, look, we're not going to hold and take your money. If you don't want the procedure, just let us know. We'll send it back to you. It's not a big deal. So there's no risk involved. But this is a way to help you to save the money, and it's not in your account, so you can't spend it on stupid shit. That's the key. Just stop spending your money on stupid stuff, because everybody can do this. It's possible. It just takes time. It's a matter of time to save the money, but it's having the discipline. So we can help with that, and if you need that help, and then some people that'll make sense, some people it won't. Did you guys see any questions? So yeah, everyone on Facebook, please hit the share button. Yeah, you know what's crazy about the loose skin issue is, and I was just talking to one of my patients today, is that when she lost the weight, that's when she appreciated the loose skin. But through the liposuction, it was like the skin was tight, and I don't understand. Like I don't know everything, but I do know that the skin tightens up after liposuction. It always does. Now, if you're concerned and you want tighter skin, you want the best possible results, then we use Smart Lipo laser. And the Smart Lipo laser is essentially, it's a heat source. It's a laser that we pass underneath the skin, and it heats up the undersurface of the skin, causing a contraction. And it's been shown through studies that it stimulates collagen growth for about 6 months after the procedure, so you'll get the maximum benefit with the maximum thickness and tightness of the skin at about 6 months. So that's Smart Lipo laser. Now, we do charge. It's an additional machine that we use, and it's additional process and things of that nature. And that's done all at the same time as the liposuction, but it's just a different process. So, Smart Lipo it's the best way to go if you're looking for the best possible results. And Smart Lipo is the way to go. It's also more expensive. So if you're cost conscious, then you can still get amazing results without it. It's just a matter of how tight you want your skin, and everybody's different. So we make this stuff a la carte because I want to be able to help the person who doesn't have that much money, who can't afford the more expensive stuff. So we give the opportunities to still get great results, and it's less expensive. Um, so it just depends on what you want. And also, just so you guys know, we do also offer fat transfer. So now you take that fat out of one area. So like say we take it out from around the waistline, and we have the opportunity then to transfer that fat to another area. So like if you've lost your breast, so a lot of you women out there have had children, and maybe you breastfed, and your breasts, they started up here, and then now they're down here, and we're maybe down here. So that's gravity, right? So when we transfer fat to the breasts, we can fill in up here. So we fill in up here, so it'll appear that the breasts are sitting up higher on your chest. So then when you push things together, you got like cleavage up here, and instead of your boobs hanging down, down further. So I'm sure there's many women out there that have this issue. I know that a lot of moms like like liposuction, and they want liposuction. In a lot of cases, what I've noticed is these individuals tend to neglect themselves because their child is the number one thing, right? And I get that. My wife is the same way. The kids priority, everything takes precedent as whatever the kids are doing. It's like, we drop everything for them. And that's great, but eventually, after you neglect yourself, there's consequences. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. There's many consequences. When you're unable to be as active as you should be, when you're unable to eat the right foods because of whatever situations you're in, it is what it is. Things happen. And in many cases, this has already happened to you, and it is what it is. So you can have a choice. You can choose to make the change and make it happen, or you can choose to hope and wait and see, and hopefully something happens. But I think you know that if you just hope and wait, nothing's going to happen. So if you want to change your life, then you actually have to change something. And what does that mean? That means you're gonna either like seriously change your diet and live a healthier lifestyle, or you're gonna seriously work out a lot harder and put forth the effort and endure the pain and discomfort of working out to get your results. And now, just so you realize, even that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get the results that you're looking for. Because I have so many patients that tell me, I've lost the weight, but but I still have these love handles, or I still have these arms, or I still have this chin. I just can't lose it. It doesn't matter what I do. There's no exercises for chin. I'm like, like it doesn't work. You know, people think you're gonna do sit-ups and your stomach's gonna go away. That's total crap. It just doesn't work that way. It's and you can try. Absolutely, you should try, but I'm pretty positive that most of you have tried diet in the past. I know that for me personally, my weight has gone up and down until I figured it out. Until I figured out how to regulate everything, and it's not a diet. There's not something that's just like some magic bullet that one day I'm going to decide, okay, I'm going to be on a diet and everything's going to be great. But as you know, that diet, if you change for a period of time, you may get the results. But if you don't continue doing that same thing that got you the results, you're going to lapse back into the way you were before. And that's hence the roller coaster ride of weight. So please, on Facebook, if you're new on here, make sure you're hitting the share button. As I was saying earlier, to win this contest, the winners, there's going to be 5 winners that are going to win gift cards for 50% off 360 lipo procedure. And those individuals will be the most active people on our social media. So there's quite a few people now that are getting the badges, I guess they call them on Facebook, of our top fans. But on Instagram, look, we watch all this stuff, and the cool thing with social media and big data now is we can track everything. We can see everything. It's like, it's like Big Brother. And the funny thing is like, George Orwell wrote the book in 1984, and he predicted a lot of things that are happening now. So it's kind of scary, but the reality is that we can see everything. So don't think that you're going to slide in and, at the last minute, share a couple things, post a couple things in the last day and be considered for this. I want people now to be active, and not just for now. I want people to continue to be active throughout the entire process here. And, there's quite a few people that I recognize, and so I want to get to know you so I know that I'm giving this to the right person. I want to see who you are. I want to be able to look at your profile and get to know who you are, and to know, because I want to help good people. I believe I'm a good person, and I want to attract good people, and I want to work with good people, and together we can make a difference. And now, you may have heard me talk about this in the past about how I believe in this whole concept of paying it forward. And they made a movie about this, I don't remember, it was a long time ago. I think Jodie Foster. Was it Jodie Foster? About paying it forward. And it was such an amazing concept. It really affected me, in that it's the little things that you do. When someone does something nice for you, to then go and do something nice for someone else, that's what it means, is paying it forward. So I am doing these procedures, and whether you win this contest or not, or you're just one of my my regular patients, I'm giving you everything that I have learned and all my experience for the past decade, and the experience of thousands and thousands of procedures. I'm giving that to you. That's my gift to the world, my gift to you, my gift to society. And what this does for people is it changes the way that they think. And I know most of you in here are like, well, I want the hourglass. But yes, but it changes the way that you think. And that's the most important thing. Because if you can change the way that you think, then you can change everything else in your world. And I know that if you don't think that it's possible for you to reach your goals, you're unlikely to continue down that path. However, if I can give you that boost, that jump, that oh my gosh, there are results now, like I see it now. If I can give that to you, mentally you're going to start thinking, well, maybe I won't eat that sugary drink or a donut or whatever it is that you struggle with. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will get up to go to the gym, because I think I can get those results. So if I can get you to believe that that's possible, it will absolutely 100% change your life. And if you can't see that, then you're the wrong person. You shouldn't be watching this, and you won't come to me. But the people that believe this, it will change your life. I promise you. I promise you. And it's just the way that you think about it. If you can, I've said this in the past that the people that get the biggest change, and the people that that change their life, a lot of times what it comes down to is protecting your investment. What do I mean by that? When you spend the money, take the time, go through whatever discomfort or whatever it takes to go through this procedure and the recovery and whatever else. When you go through that, you've invested a lot of time, money, effort, pain, suffering, whatever it is, whatever you've done to get to that point, you've invested in yourself. And then once you've invested in yourself, I know damn well you don't want to waste that investment because it's important to you. Now, if you can protect your investment, what does that mean? It means just making better choices. That's it. It's just about making better choices, and each choice matters. Each choice matters. So next time that you go out to dinner and you're at a restaurant and you have the choice of what to eat, you have to make it's just making a better choice. That's all it is. When you have the choice, do I want to go to the gym or do I want to sleep in? Or do I want to, if you go to the gym in the evening, do I want to just go home and, and indulge in TV and social media and whatever you want to eat? If you want to do that stuff, then you won't protect your investment. And all that time, effort you put into it will be wasted. Please, everyone on Facebook, hit the share button. Let's keep sharing this and getting the information out here. Again, my mission here is to really expose the possibility that 360 Lipo offers to individuals. So it is possible, even for you larger individuals, it is possible to get an hourglass figure. And you know what the cool thing about this? With a 360 Lipo, and what my patient today, Heather Anderson, who again is a repeat patient multiple times, which, by the way, that's the best compliment any business can get, is repeat customers. And now at My Shape Lipo, I'd say upwards of 50% of our patients are repeat customers, and that says a lot about a business, a lot. So if I wasn't doing the right thing by people, I wasn't treating people right, if I was, mean to people or didn't have good service or didn't get good results, people wouldn't come back. I mean, it's just plain and simple, right? But 50% of our patients, and I spend a lot on marketing, so we're spreading the information. We're getting a lot of new people as well. And that's the cool thing about this, but it says a lot. So you people out there they're questioning whether this is real, it's like, again, go talk to our patients. There are our patients here. I know Tanya, I believe Heather's on Instagram. I don't know if she's still there. What's her name on Instagram?
Synthetic Angel.
Synthetic Angel on Instagram. And I know Heather also has a YouTube channel, and she's been posting videos. And I know today during her procedure, we took more video content for her, and she's sharing her journey. And the big question is like, why are these people doing this? Why are these people sharing so much of their lives? Why are these people doing the things that like they don't have to? I didn't ask Heather to do that. I didn't ask Tanya to do that. I didn't ask, a lot of these people that are coming back, it's because they're paying it forward. And it is a simple concept. If you are able to get an amazing thing, you're obligated. This is like, it's an obligation. From Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And the power that you have given, I've empowered you to be great. I've empowered you to do the things that you want to do. I've empowered you to feel better about yourself. It's your responsibility then to pay it forward, because other people deserve that too. Just as you got it, other people deserve it too. And that's the whole premise of my thought process. And please, again, I keep saying this, please hit the share button. We're getting the numbers up on Facebook, so it's really, we're spreading the word, because it's really important that the larger people out there that have been turned away from other plastic surgeons that are telling them you got to lose weight to get liposuction, which is complete bullshit. You don't need a tummy tuck either. You don't need a tummy tuck. I don't care who you are. You don't need a tummy tuck. And I can speak from experience of thousands of patients, thousands, not just one or two, thousands of patients, that you don't need a tummy tuck. That fold, it goes away on almost every patient. I can never say 100%, but almost every patient, with my new techniques, I'm able to make that panic, that fold, completely go away. And it almost looks weird because, some of these patients they're so big, and if we treat just the front of the belly, and they're big everywhere else, but the belly gets all of a sudden is gone, and that fold is all of a sudden gone. It's crazy. It's crazy what's possible. And you don't need there's no cutting of skin, there's no general anesthesia. This is all done while you're awake. It's and I know that may scare some of you, but it's by far the safest way to do this. Most of you probably don't realize general anesthesia, what that even means. General anesthesia is where they give you medications, and the medication that they use is propofol. And you may recognize that from Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died from propofol. That's exactly the medication that they use in general anesthesia. So in general anesthesia, they give you propofol, makes you go to sleep. Well, you're not exactly going to sleep. What happens is you stop breathing, and cognitive function stops. So you don't remember anything. And don't you think some bad things could happen? I mean, you guys put so much trust into these people that just get these stupid ass degrees. Just because they pass a test, you think that you can trust them. Just because they have some title in front of their name or behind their name or whatever, titles don't mean shit. What school you've been to doesn't mean shit. None of that stuff matters. I mean, literally, liposuction is something that I learned. Someone showed me how to do it. And they didn't show me everything. They just kind of threw me out there. They showed me the basic stuff, and then I figured it out. I figured it out by doing thousands and thousands of procedures. It took me a decade to get to the point where I felt like I was a master of my skill. And so that's the difference. I took the time and the effort to master my skill. And I know that others don't do that because they're lazy. And I'm not. I mean, I work my ass off all the time. And I'm doing it for you. And because, the funny thing is that, the reality is we're all doing it for ourselves, right? Everything that you do, it makes me feel better to help you. So really, I'm doing it for myself. I want that good feeling where Tanya says, oh my God, this is the most unbelievable thing ever. I can't believe that I have an hourglass figure. That warms my heart. That makes me happy. So I do it for me. I help you for me. But it's important that you pay it forward because you'll get the same feeling. I promise. It's the coolest thing. I swear to God, this is the coolest thing. You tell your friends, you tell your family, this guy's amazing. He'll change your life. And when then they come to me and they get their life changed, and then they give you credit. It's so cool. And that's paying it forward. And now you get to be happy. You get to feel like you're making a difference. And together, we can change the world. One person at a time. That's really how it is. It's just one person at a time. You can only do what you can do. I can only do what I can do. I can only help so many people. So it's the responsibility of the people that I help to pay that same feeling forward. Help somebody else. If you've figured something else, you have an obligation to help people. And I'm not just saying it for this. If you figured out something in your life, if you figured out how to make every relationship last, man, you can't keep that to yourself. That's public property. And you have a responsibility now to pay it forward and help other people. Facebook, please hit the share button again. You guys seeing any questions? I'm like going on these rants. I hope you guys appreciate this. Yeah, our pricing, we try to keep everything simple. Look, I learned something in business a long time ago, and most of you got to realize that I'm a master at liposuction, but my success has come from my skills in business and my ability to spread the word. Because what I learned early on that it doesn't matter how good you are at something, if nobody knows about you, then you're obsolete. So the importance from a business standpoint is we need more exposure, and that's again why we're doing these contests. We need more exposure. We need you to tell more people. Help me spread the word that you know what, your 300-pound friend or your 250-pound friend, you can have an hourglass. Hey, maybe you're thin and you know your friend's bigger. Help them out. Maybe your mom needs the help. Maybe it's your cousin. Maybe it's your whoever it is. It's your obligation. Because now knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Once you have the knowledge that you know that it's possible, most people don't believe it's possible, and that's the problem. They will never get what they want if they don't believe it's possible. So now that you know that it's possible, you've seen the results that it's possible. You've heard from other customers that customers. These are people that I don't know. I'm not paying these people. These people, they know that there's results. So go talk to them. I know it's from a business standpoint. You see me, I'm the talking head, and you know, maybe you don't believe me because this is my business and you think I'm just trying to make money or whatever. So don't believe me. Don't believe me. Go talk to my customers. And they know it's like magic. I don't even know, like I don't know how to explain it any other way. But when your belly disappears, just like that, other doctors probably told you you're not going to see results for 6 months, and that's again, it's total bullshit. If I remove a large volume of fat out of your belly and it's sitting over there, how in the world is it? How in the world is it possible that you're not going to see results? How? Tell me, please. Because all these other doctors that say you have to wait 6 months to see results, you get off the table and literally in the middle of the procedure, you can look down, you will see results. You will be smaller immediately. Once the fat's gone, it's gone. All the studies say that fat cells don't reproduce. So, what does that mean? If the fat cells don't reproduce, once we physically remove the fat cells through liposuction, they're gone and they're not going to reproduce. They're not going to come back. However, you can always gain weight. You always will have fat somewhere on your body. We have fat within our muscles. We have fat behind the muscles surrounding the internal organs. You're going to have fat in many other places other than the areas that we treat. So if you gain weight, the fat in those other areas is going to expand. So when you gain weight, it's the fat cell itself. So think of it like this. It's the fat cell itself that expands. You're not producing more fat. Nobody produces more fat as far as we know. They're not producing more fat. It's the same fat cells that you have. They're expanding and they're getting bigger. So if you remove those cells, they never go through that cycle again. They're just simply not there.
I have questions about, are you guys going to be open in December?
Yeah. December's a long month. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take some time off, but yeah. Yeah, we'll be here.
Question about the care credits.
Yes.
So do we take care credit?
We do not accept care credit. I don't like care credit. It's a scam of a company. Yeah, sorry. They charge you and they charge us fees. So we chose not to do that. I don't like that. I think it's unethical. So and it's unfortunate because I know that a lot of people, they do help a lot of people, but it's unethical the way they do business. So I didn't really like it. So we chose a different company. But so care credit's not available, but there is another finance company. So as long as you have credit score above 600, I believe you should be able to qualify. Dulce says I need lipo in my armpits after your first pregnancy. That that's something that people don't talk about much is the armpits, and it really makes a big difference. And I was talking about this earlier. When you get fat under the underarm here, a lot of times what happens is that breast kind of rolls into that armpit area, and it just doesn't look right? So it misshapes the breasts actually. If you and most people don't really realize that, but when the breast rolls into the armpit, it misshapes the breast, and the visual aspect of the breasts is lacking. So treating the armpit area, it defines the breast. So once we take the fat from the armpit, it literally shapes them and creates more of that teardrop shape as opposed to the breast rolling towards the back. You know, they're stuck in the front now because you don't have the fat on the sides anymore.
The question says,
Yes.
do you specials for black content?
Specials for black, I don't even know when that is.
It's a big one,
Yeah, Christine, classics.
Yeah, the special is you sign up for the contest and then you become as active as hell on this social media thing. That's a special. You can get real special with that. No, look, but so you know, this is an opportunity for 5 individuals to win 50% off their 360 lipo procedure. And again, I'll describe what the 360 lipo procedure is. It's where we take the fat all the way around the waistline, including the lower back. And the cool thing about this is it creates the shape of your butt. My passion. I love creating pops in that butt. It pops out. And conceptually, how does this work? Okay, so as you get fat in the lower back, normally we have an arch to your back. So I'm going to do this. We have an arch to your back. Okay, but as you gain weight, that arch that you have here, the fat fills in, and then it now makes your back more straight appearing. Now the spine is still shaped like a curve, but with the fat there, it makes your back look flat. Now what happens when you come out like this and the butt's there? Boom, it goes straight down. And then so you larger individuals, you think, I have no butt. And so this is what got me going. I had these larger patients come to me and they're like, I want fat transfer. I'm like, wait a second, you're like 300 pounds and you don't want it just out? Like, why do you want it in your butt? And they're like, you know, they want a bigger butt because they think they have no butt. And I'm thinking, like, that's not true. You like, there's plenty of fat there. Like, why is their butt not looking right? So that's when I started figuring it out. It's like, you got to take the fat surrounding the butt that doesn't belong there. And so I'm an artist and I work with clay. And you start with a block of clay, and conceptually I have this vision in my mind of what's possible. I have a vision of what I see that is possible for you. And it's just taking the fat away from where it shouldn't be. So on that block of clay, it's just taking the clay away that doesn't belong. I have the vision of the shape of the body because I've studied this. I've studied it passionately for over a decade now. And I've done thousands and thousands of procedures, practicing, honing my skill, trying to get as good as I can at this, trying to get the best damn results possible. Now, once I figured this out, that's when you guys are going to hear about it. And that's why I'm talking about it now. That's why it's important that you hit that damn share button. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're telling your friends. Make sure you're telling your family, because it is possible. All the larger individuals, they don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, so we do offer free consultations, and the consultations can be done over the phone with pictures, or we're also doing it through video now. So nearly 70% of our patients are flying in from out of state, and I think that number is actually going up. So, look, if you think just because you live in a different state or a different country for that matter, that oh, it's too far, oh, I wouldn't go there. Like, why would you go to someone that's close to you and spend your hard-earned money and you don't know what kind of results you're going to get? Why would you go to somebody who doesn't specialize in exactly what you want? Why would you go to somebody who rarely does these procedures when you can go to somebody who does 3 or 4 of these procedures a day? Which, by the way, most doctors do 3 or 4 procedures a month. Now, how could they compete? How could they possibly be as good? How could they possibly? Imagine in your profession, whatever that is, imagine someone came and they only worked for 2 days out of the month, and they were trying to say that they were just as good as you at whatever skill you have. Or you're a basketball player and someone took 2 or 3 shots at and then they claim to be just as good as the guy that was taking 100 shots a day. It's just not possible. It's simple practice. If you practice, you're gonna get better. If you're not practicing, you're not gonna get better. That's it. This is not something that you learn in the book. There's no liposuction class. Well, there is, but you don't learn from that crap. You learn from experience. I've taken these courses, and it's like, it's the funny thing is I go to these courses and the guy that's teaching is like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like I go to these courses and I teach them how to do it. And I'm like, I show them, some new techniques for them to get results, and they're like, oh my god, like it's amazing. No, I just worked my ass off. I've done thousands of procedures and I've practiced a lot, and that's it. I'm not special. I just work hard. I've hard work ethic. I'm focused on being the best, and that's the difference. So I think a lot of people are just trying to make money, and so they're focused on making the money, and they're not focused on being the best. And when you focus on being the best, eventually the money comes because everybody wants to work at the best, right? So it's disproportionate. It's always going to be disproportionate. People like you know better that if someone is better and is clearly better, you're going to go to them instead of the guy that's not as good. And in fact, you're willing to pay more money for the guy that you are confident will get you the results than the guy that you're not confident you're getting the results. So the guy that's trying to undercut me, the guy that's trying to, they offer cheaper prices, you can go. And when you get screwed and when you don't get the results that you want, come back to me and I'll fix it. And it's going to cost you just as much. And now you have to pay twice. You pay them to screw you up and you pay me to fix it. And yes, I can fix it. I do a lot of revisions. What does that mean? Revision is when you've had a procedure in an area once and then we have to do it again. Now, my patients, probably less than 1% will ever get a revision. Less than 1%. Less. Let's put that in perspective. Out of 100 people, less than one person will need to get it done again, or need to get it even fixed. So I'm not saying I'm infallible. I'm not saying that it's impossible for me to make mistakes and it's impossible for me to have errors. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I've created my techniques, I've created my patterns, I've created my habits to get consistent results every time. Please, those of you on Facebook, hit the share button. We need you guys to help boost up our numbers. We're looking to just get more exposure to this 360 lipo. And tummy tucks are not necessary. You will not have loose hanging skin. You won't have a loose hanging sack of skin like the plastic surgeons tell you. You don't need a tummy tuck. The skin always, always, always retracts. Always. Did I say that? Always. It always retracts. And why? Why is that? It's simple physics. Why does it hang in the first place? I'm going to get you guys thinking here. Why does your skin hang in the first place? When you have weight, so when you got that fat in the belly, it's pulling down. Okay? Eventually, when the fat gets heavy enough, gravity pulls enough, it folds over, right? And this is the same thing happens to breasts. So I know you women all know exactly what I'm talking about. When the gravity starts pulling, the belly folds over. Now, eventually, you add on time. Time to this will make it happen. So gravity will pull, and it pulls long enough, it keeps pulling further and further down. Now your body will try to fight against it by uses its collagen and connective tissue to hold the skin up, but eventually it gives way. And that's where you get the stretch marks. It just kind of gave way. So why does it happen? Why are we able to get rid of that fold at the bottom? So when I can be aggressive at removing all the fat in that pannus and that belly, all of a sudden there's no weight pulling down. No weight. And what do you think happens? That's right. I know it's starting to make sense. That's right. When you take all that weight away, what happens? Now, your skin is elastic, just like a balloon. And just like a balloon, when you reduce the volume, it shrinks. It's the same thing. Our skin does the same thing. When you remove that volume, that thing that gravity's pulling down, when you remove that, the skin retracts back every time. It's amazing. That's why I'm talking here. That's why I'm here. That's why we're doing this contest. That's why. You guys need to know this. You need to share this information. Share, share, share. Hit the share button. I want people to know. I want you guys to be part of this cause. I want you to help me to spread the word that it is possible for bigger individuals to get an hourglass figure. It is possible. It's possible for that pannus, that belly that's hanging over, it's possible for it to go away. It's possible. And so if you can get it out of your head that it's impossible, all of a sudden you have a whole new world open to you. Instagram's gonna go off right now, so I'll bring that back in just a second. It is possible. You got to share. You have to pay it forward and share the knowledge that you have, because it's. Let's see. I'm just gonna real quick get back on Instagram. We got to become Insta famous. That's a word now. All right, we're back on Instagram. All right, so it is possible, and I just want you guys to do this and go through the efforts here, because look, I've gone through all the efforts to be able to offer this to people, so now I need help. Now I need to recruit my army of people, my army of supporters. That's you. You are my supporters. You are my army, my people that will spread the word for me and let people know that it's possible. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't have the money. Maybe whatever. But share. Share with your friends and tell them. So like here's the thing. As a business owner, I learned that people don't talk about your business, if they get a mediocre experience. They don't talk about your business if they just get what they wanted. No, it doesn't work that way. In business, people talk about, they rave about the best. They rave about the wow factor. When you go home and you went out to dinner somewhere and you had a good meal, and you're not going to tell. That's no big deal. There's lots of companies that give okay. They give you what you want. But how many companies go above and beyond and give you unfucking believable results? That's what I'm talking about. When it's like you can't hold it back, because it's like, wow, god damn, I look good.
I'm gonna send you a link.
That's what you want.
I'm gonna send you a link to
What's up?
I'm
Okay.
gonna send you a link to Kim.
Okay. On which one? Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay.
Yellow face guy.
Okay, I see it.
on TV.
Oh yeah, okay. So I had this tagline the other day. I made this up. So a lot of our patients, they have this square look, this boxy look, because when you start gaining weight, those curves, by the way, every single one of you has the curves within you. It's already within you. It's already there. Every single one of you has it. Every one of you. I promise. Every one of you. It's there. It's anatomy. It is what it is. Okay. It's there. All I have to do is uncover it. I'm not. I've said it's magic, but it's not magic. It's you. You've already got it within you to be great. I'm just helping to uncover it. And so the ability that I've developed is to remove an abundance of fat, a huge amount of fat, and literally carve out the shapes of your body. And it's so important that you believe that this is possible. It's so important that you can see the vision of yourself. But you know what the reality is that you probably can't see it. But I got some good news for you. I can. And that's all that matters. You don't have to believe it. I actually really like it when people come in and they have their spouse or their significant other or their friends or their family or their mom or their dad or whatever is like, why the hell are you spending money? I love it when they say that, because that gives me that gets me all jazzed up, because I know that I can change them. And I love hearing the stories about like when their significant other sees them and they're like, that's the wow factor. And so when they see it, and they see in their in the patient sees the reactions of people, that's the wow. Wow. I haven't gotten a compliment in a decade, and yet now someone's complimenting me on my shape. That's the wow. That's the excitement. I had this patient the other day that she thought that she never had a butt. She thought it was always flat. She always got made fun of, and she was so embarrassed. And she never liked to go out. She avoided wearing fitted clothes because she never had a butt. And then in one afternoon, in about 2 hours, I took away all that stuff that didn't belong to her, all that fat. I took it away from her, and I took those boxy shapes, that SpongeBob look. So they went from SpongeBob, oh my God. Now you can too, and that's the cool thing. And it's not just like I show all these pictures, and you'll notice that when you look on my website that they're not perfect people. It's real people. It's not, there's no models. These are real people with real problems. And not, they're not like they're perfect, so plastic surgeons say you have to be your perfect weight, so you need to lose weight. Bullshit. Bullshit. We can still get good results, and you don't have to be your perfect weight. Because I know what I'm doing. If they don't know what they're doing, they can't figure it out, then that's their problem. They're gonna limit you. I'm not gonna limit you. Bring me whatever you got. You bring me whatever shit you have. Whatever problem you think, however bad it is, just bring it to me, and I'll make magic out of it. We'll make it disappear. It's Vegas, right? We can make it disappear. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So you come to Vegas, well, your fat's gonna stay. It's mine. You guys see any questions? A long waiting list. I think, look, I do these procedures exceedingly fast. So we don't tend to get a long waiting list because I run through patients like crazy. I'm actually, I do procedures 2 to 3 days a week now. But if need be, I'll do more. But in the past, what's happened is when I open up more days, I do these procedures so fast. I can do 3, 4, 5 procedures a day, and it's easy for me. And everybody's getting phenomenal results. So if we get any backlog, I don't like to be backed up more than 3 to 4 weeks. So if we get to the point where we are backlogged more than 3 to 4 weeks, I'll just open up new days and we'll do more procedures. So I'm gonna help you, and I hate, again, this is back to business 101. If you make it easier for your customers to buy, they will. So I'm never going to tell you that you have to wait like 6 months. And I know some guys have 6-month waiting lists, but then they do procedures once a week or something like that. It's stupid. My goal. So if you need help, I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. Whether that's I need to open up more days to do procedures. We're gonna make it happen.
Are you the only one doing the procedures?
I am currently the only one doing procedures. And you got to realize, I was just talking to someone today, one of my patients, he asked me, he said, how long are you going to keep doing this? And I was like, I had to laugh because I don't know. But the truth is that this is a very, very, very physical job. And when you see me work and I'm like dripping sweat, busting my ass to get your fat out of you, it's not easy, and I work my ass off for it. But it is what it is. But how long can I keep doing this? I don't know. I'm in like the best shape of my life right now. So right now I'm good. But the truth is, here's the truth. And this is the thing that really scares me, is I'm one injury away from never being able to do this again. Just one injury. And so once you guys kind of get that through your head, that the truth is like, there's no way that I can do this forever. It's very, very difficult. And it's like, the reason why most doctors don't do this, certainly don't do this as much as I do, the reason why they don't is because they just can't. I mean, that's it. They can't. I haven't met a single doctor that does even close. I mean, not even a third of what I do. and when they hear how much I'm able to do and how fast I'm able to do it, it blows their mind. So I hope you guys can appreciate that, and my patients, I know they appreciate that because you can see there's no secret here. The fat doesn't just come out by itself. It takes a lot of effort. We do offer free consultations. So those of you coming out from out of state, it's not a big deal. We try to make it as easy as possible. Free consultations. You can, when you enter the contest, you're gonna start to get some emails. Those emails will have information about signing up for your free consultation. So now, those of you that are serious, like you want to get 360 lipo, you want to win the contest, get your consultation. Sign up for that consultation, because regardless of whether you win the contest or not, this is something that you should be doing. And I know that you know that. And that's the reason why you're here. So get the free consultation and you'll know. And so either you'll know how much it costs, and you can either start saving now, or if you win the contest, then maybe you're ready to do it then. But get the free consultation, and so you're ready whenever it's time. In that, you can get your consultation now and maybe get the procedure 6 months from now. I have people all the time that do this. So let's see. I got lipo when you first started out, and you were more aggressive now. Yeah. So Nancy says she got lipo when I first started out, and she's asking if I'm more aggressive now, or it's newer techniques. So it's a combination of both, Nancy. I don't know. There's a couple of things that I learned, and I'll share some information with you. You guys got to be quiet though, because if you tell my competitors, I'm gonna have to send people after you. So what I learned through my experience when I do liposuction, when you take the fat out, it breaks down into different layers. So say you have a thick layer like this, and you start taking the fat out here in the middle, you actually create a layer. And so then what most people do is they create that layer, then they go up, and they take everything from there up. So what I found was there's a big gap. I was missing that. And so early on, I had people coming back and saying they wanted to treat the same areas again, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why should I thought I got everything out. That shouldn't be the case. And so then I realized that there's another layer that I'm missing, and so that was the key. That was it. That was the magic. And so now I dive down deeper, and I got newer techniques that I'm able to pull that up and go down there. Now I'm like, I can get right on top of the muscle. And now at the end, funny thing today, I treated this lady's arms. Actually, it was Heather Anderson, and she may still be on here. When we treated her arms, she was sitting in the recovery room, and I walked by. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And she said, I got up after the procedure and I looked at my arms, and I was like, "Oh my God, what's that lump?" And then she realized that was her muscle. So we took off so much fat from her arms, she hadn't seen her muscle, didn't even realize what it looked like. So when the fat's gone, the only thing left is the muscle. And so if you want to, this is what I love with the arms. The arms are phenomenal. I talk about 360 lipo, but arms are awesome. And these larger individuals, we just got some pictures today from a patient that she had her arms treated, and she sent us some pictures of her before she had the procedure, and then she sent her pictures after, and these were all with her clothes on, which is nice. But before, you could see her arms are massive, and after, you can see her triceps. Yep, and you can see her deltoid. I mean, look, I have such a grasp of anatomy and the body and the vision of what I want it to be, that I'm able to carve out the shapes that we're looking for. And my goal is actually not to carve the shape of the muscle into the fat, but rather take out so much of the fat that the muscle shows through. So that's the key. Let's see. No BMI limits, Brittany. No limits. Anything is possible. Okay, I'm putting my money aside and taking a trip to Vegas next year. That's right. And In order for me to feel good, then I have to look good as well. Plus, I would want to keep up with the workouts once the fat's gone. That's right. But you know what? I don't believe that. You're putting conditions on your happiness. And here's the truth. And this is the thing that most people don't realize is that when you put conditions on your happiness, you're stopping yourself from being happy. And you don't have to do that. You can be happy right now. And I'll tell you, and I'll give you an example of this. Um, if you ever go to the pools, we have all the pools here in Vegas, all these hotels, and if you ever go to these pools, most people are obese now. I don't know if you realize, if statistically, I think it's like 60% of the population is obese. So, people at the pool, about 60% of them are obese, and they're wearing bathing suits, and they're confident, and they're having fun, and they're happy. You don't have to wait for anything to be happy. Be happy now. Be happy now. You may want to have a better looking body. You may want to be more successful. You may want things, but don't base your happiness or how well you feel based off of anything. Feel good now. Feel good now. Be happy now. Then go get the stuff. But be happy now. There's no reason. Don't restrict yourself. You can be happy. Be happy. Share that information with people. That's worth it. Let's see. Lynette says, Trevor has such a following because he keeps it 100. Keeps it real. That's right. Look, I think the cool thing is that, you know what? Some people don't appreciate that. Some people like that sugar coating. They want to be, they want to be lied to. You should follow our government. They're really good at that. But I'll stay away from the political stuff. But look, I'm just gonna tell you the way it is. And if a lot of people appreciate that, but I know that there's gonna be people out there that they don't like it. I'm too harsh. I'm mean. I'm an asshole. But that's I take that. That's okay, because I know that by telling people the way it is, I'm more likely to make a change in their life. I was talking to a patient today. She's diabetic, and she has actually become a person who educates other diabetic people on the disease. And she was telling me that doctors are telling diabetics that, don't worry, eat whatever you want, solve your problem by taking the right amount of insulin. And that is like ass backwards. Like, why the hell would you tell people that? Like, this is the stupidity of modern medicine, and many of you are probably stuck in this trap. So in modern medicine, they don't want to solve any of your problems. They don't want to solve any of your problems. So when you're diabetic, they don't want to solve your problem. They want you to pay or have the insurance pay for the medication for the rest of your life, because that's how they make money. And it sucks, but our society, everything is based around money, and it's like people do the stupidest things, and they tell you like retarded ass like lies all the time just to get money out of you, and it's not about that. Like, I'm trying to change the world and make it better. I'm trying to help people, and it costs money. I mean, like, look, I'm running a business, and we have lights and rent, and I have employees, and I have all kinds of bills to pay, lots of bills. So the money is then used to pay for stuff. It keeps the lights on, it keeps business rolling, it keeps us going. It allows me to help more people, and the more people that I can help, the bigger the change we can make. And it's like, that's the snowball. So just as you may feel that your life snowballs in the negative, I've created this snowball effect where everything's getting bigger, it's getting better. We're able to help more people, make a bigger difference in their lives. It's the change. And together, we can change the world. I can help you. You need to help others. And if you're not going to get the procedure yourself, that's great. Help others by telling them. Share the knowledge. Share the information. I'm giving it away for free. I'm telling you how it's possible. It's free. So make sure you're entering the contest. Make sure you're telling all your friends about it. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you like the posts. Get involved. The people that will win this contest are going to be involved. Get tired.
You want a question?
Sure.
All right. How long should one wait to come to you if they didn't like the past results from another surgeon?
Okay, so the question is, how long should someone wait to come to me to fix the messed up results from another surgeon? Um, the recommendations for revisions are 6 months. Now, that's that's the recommendations. And again, recommendations come from some bullshit people that usually don't know what the hell they're talking about. So with this in this situation here, I know from experience that the once you go in and do liposuction, it creates scar tissue on the inside, and then coming back in a second time to suck the fat out or break up that scar tissue, it tends to be really difficult. So revisions are a challenge. It can be very very difficult. Now, in some cases, the previous doctor really didn't do shit. He barely created any scar tissue, and it's a no-brainer. We can slam dunk. We can make a huge difference just like that. Now, I'll say 6 months, but if you're like super motivated and you feel like the last guy didn't do anything, barely took out any fat, you still have a big chunk you can grab, then maybe we can do things sooner if you're really motivated to get it done sooner. But the typical, like I said, the recommendations is 6 months, and from my experience, the longer you wait, the less the scar tissue is an issue. However, I've had patients that have gotten a revision after 10 years, and it's a total nightmare. So it can be very challenging. You just have to realize that with a revision, it can be challenging, and it's one of those things that we just don't know. I just don't know until I get in there, and I can guess, I can make promises, I can whatever, but the truth is I just don't know until I get in there, and when I get in there, I'll be able to say, oh my gosh, it's a total nightmare, or no big deal at all. And for the most part, it's no big deal. I've done a lot of these, and I got a lot of cool techniques that I don't tell people about. So I can take care of a lot of these issues, and it's usually not an issue. Can we enter multiple times? You can enter multiple times, but I'm only going to count it once. But more importantly, who is that that made that comment? Let me go back. Dulce. Don't worry about entering more than one time, because to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. What's more important is that you're just getting more involved in our social media on all of our channels. So if you don't follow us on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or any of those, make sure you're following us on all those channels, and help us. The more that you help me, I will be totally happy to help you. Help me, and I'll help you. It's just like it's a give and take, right? So now, clearly, I can't just because you help me, I can't give to everybody. But I'm here to help any of you. My services, obviously, there's a cost to it. As if I were to use any of your services, there would be a cost to that. But for the purposes of this contest, those that are going to help me the most, I am going to be most grateful to and most likely to help them. It's simple. It really is. It's not that I'm not a rocket scientist, but it's simple, basic stuff. If you can help me, I can help you. That's it. And so this is simple basis with this. Now, clearly with this procedure, this is not, as in the past, we're not just giving stuff away for free. There is still a cost to it. So even the people that win, there will be a cost. It's 50% off, so there's going to be a cost to it. Now, here's the cool thing, and on our last live, we were talking about this. Well, what happens to those individuals that win the contest, but they simply don't have the funds, means, or the ability to travel, or whatever the case, to Vegas? What can they do? Well, this card is going to be very valuable, and you can see all these people on these lives that are really interested in this. So those people, there's going to be some that will be willing to pay you, because essentially they'll get a discount. So what will they be willing to pay you? I don't know. I mean, the value could be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. I don't know if you can sell it for that much, but you can try. It's transferable as far as I'm concerned. I just want to help people. So you can send in your mom, your sister, your brother, or send in whoever. If you want to just give it away, You want to gift it to somebody? You want to sell it, make some money on it? Whatever you want. I don't care. Like I said, I'm giving this stuff away, and you can do whatever you want with it. And all I'm looking to do is help people. So send in anybody. Anybody who needs my help, that's who I want to help. I feel like I'm neglecting Instagram.
Here's a question from Instagram.
Yeah.
How long after birth do you have to wait?
How long after birth do you have to wait to get liposuction? So, after this is the same basic premise. However, with giving birth, it's a little bit different. And from my experience, what I believe to be the issue is that pregnant women, they have different hormones circulating through their body. And those different hormones, from my experience, they make the fat difficult to take out. I'm not really sure how or why or what happens, but it seems to be a consistent thing with women that have given birth. It's also with breastfeeding, because as you're breastfeeding, you still have those hormones circulating through your body. So the recommendations in general would be, again, to wait about 6 months after pregnancy, or more so 6 months after breastfeeding. So again, these are just recommendations. Anything is possible. If you guys are super motivated, as long as you are aware of the concerns and the potential limitations and restrictions, if you're aware of those things and you want to move forward, anyways, I'll help you. I'm here to help people. So if I can help you, then let me know how I can help you. Let's see. Someone from Instagram says, "How do I get a consult for fat transfer to the breasts? I've been trying, but when the day comes, no one calls." I've had people say this before. There's some issue with the technology, and I'm not sure where the breakdown is happening. I know, we have the ability to sign up the consultation through our links. There's some different technologies that we're using for people to schedule their own. But look, don't just sit and wait for the call. If you don't get the call, then pick up the phone and call us. Maybe we didn't get the notification. Maybe it didn't pop up on the schedule. Maybe there's unfortunately there's lots of different places where there could be a break. And we do the best that we can, but we're a small business. I have quite a few employees, but the truth is that things fall through the cracks. And this is, as a business owner, this stuff drives me crazy, because it's like, if you call our office and you can't get through, like, that's potentially lost business, and that drives me nuts. But you're saying here that someone didn't call you for the consultation. That drives me crazy, and I'm always on the girls about it. Like, return your emails, answer the phone, call people. That's customer service, right? But then when you do a little bit more research into it, there's a breakdown somewhere. Like, maybe they did call and you didn't recognize the number and didn't answer it, or maybe they did call and it went straight to voicemail and you never responded, or like, maybe they did send you the email and you're not checking that email anymore, or maybe they thought they sent it but they never hit the send button. Theoretically, that's possible. I mean, look, there's all kinds of different reasons why, but the truth is, like, how bad do you want it? How bad? If you want it bad, you're going to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Because when you come to me, I do whatever it takes to get the results. I do whatever it takes. And if I'm going to do whatever it takes, then I expect others to do whatever it takes too. And that means you. So if you're having issues, do whatever it takes. Make comments here. We check the DMs on Instagram. We check there's lots of different ways to get a hold of us. You can only call, or you have to send a letter in the mail. Like, it's not like that anymore. Like, you can contact me. Like, I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram page personally. So go look me up. You can follow me there too. You can message me, DM me, whatever you want. You can follow. You can see my personal connection that you have with pretty much anybody is incredible. It's amazing. So you got to put forth the effort. If you want this stuff, it depends how bad you want it. If you want it bad, like real bad, like you're gonna do anything for it. If you're gonna spend all this money, if you're willing to spend all this money, then you should be willing. But I'm gonna get going, guys. I really do appreciate each one of you. So I do appreciate each one of you for jumping on. I do appreciate each one of you for, commenting. The people that care, and keep commenting, keep liking, do what's necessary. Make your calls, make your emails, get in touch with us, get those consultations, sign up for the contest, share it with your people. Make it happen. Don't just hope, don't just guess, don't just wants and desires. Make it happen. You have the ability to make it happen. Create your own world. If you can bring me into your life, I can create your hourglass figure. That's how. Bring me into your life. Come into my shape. Call us. Set up your consultation. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and you have a great day.